Fun. Yeah. So I do need to get like some wind screens to put over here to like, I had this idea the other day. I was like, I need to soundproof this entire room. But then again, I was like, I kind of like it being out in the open to where it feels more comfortable than like if you're actually in a studio. This is like we're just sitting in a house rather than like, and it feels like a studio and all this stuff. But then I was like, you know what? It would probably be just cheaper just to put like a little thing over this.
A what?
Like a wind screen, basically, like a foam.
Oh. Okay.
Like a foam insert to like kill all the other stuff.
Well, what about that other room? Didn't you talk about doing that?
Yeah, I did, but I think I'm just because I got another mattress and I bought another bed frame, so I'm just gonna make it like a guest bedroom.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I did that, but I think that's gonna be more work than not to move it back there. And plus, the viewers and listeners are used to seeing this. And I don't want to take that away from them.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Oh well. So let's see. We are live on the YouTube. Hello, YouTubers.
Hi.
Let me get in here and change all this stuff up. And get it shared out. MI stuff. Episode number 100. Click subscribe. If I spell it right. Save changes. I'm gonna share this on the Facebook as well, and I will tag you in it so that you can also share it.
Okay.
Damn it. I just edited the video and changed the title and saved it. It's saved there.
What's that static? Is that from
That's
my phone?
just, yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's not the actual phone, it's just a touch screen. It's like when you're actually like if I like touch to unlock, it does it sometimes.
Did you see that they did a flip phone, a new Razor?
Yeah, the whole thing, it's just one big screen that folds. Like, come on, what are you really?
How about Adam got me a hot pink Razor for our wedding gift when we got married almost 13 years ago, and we went on our honeymoon, came back. And somebody stole my purse right when we got back.
Them sons of bitches.
Had all of our honeymoon pictures on it. Like on my digital camera in my purse. We have no honeymoon pictures. Suck.
Oh, man. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
People are the worst.
Yeah.
Speaking of people being the worst, I saw this thing a while ago. The tag was "People are the worst." It was these just vandals. It said destroyed like so many bees. Like they poured like diesel fuel on an entire, like, I don't know what you call, like, what they call, like, giant mess of bees, I guess. I don't know, like, in the...
Like in their housing container?
Yes. Like, Jesus, people are just the worst.
There's a lady down the street, literally 3 blocks, that makes homemade elderberry. And she has her own bees. They make her own honey, local organic honey. And she shows videos of them buzzing around all the time. It's kind of fun.
Oh, the bees. The bumblebee is actually on the endangered species list right now. As of like last week.
The bumblebee?
Yep, I'm pretty sure.
The big bumblebee.
I'm pretty sure.
Shit.
I'm pretty sure. It could be another bee, but I'm pretty sure it's the bumblebee. Okay, live right now. Let me share on my page. Because it won't let me. Facebook's so weird about it won't let me tag people on the page that I manage, but it will on my personal page. I don't know why it does that. There we go. Okay. Post. shared, done. You were tagged. I got you tagged. So you can do what you will with that. And nobody cares what Joey Diaz has got going on. I upgraded my OS last night on this Mac, and it looks a lot cooler. And moves a lot faster.
Adam tell you what Stella did on accident?
Yes, he did. That's sad.
It's real sad.
By the way, let's get this
Closer.
Yeah, just you can move that. Yeah, there you go. That's probably easier.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, that's a bummer. There's nothing you can do.
So he turned it on, and it turned on for a minute, and he was able to password in, and then it went black again. But he was able to turn it on, but we haven't really messed with it since. I don't know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that voice that you hear that you've never heard before is Ashleigh Justice.
Hey,
Sup, dog?
Hey.
Hey. So we talked a little bit about what we're going to talk about to start with, and for a while now, I don't know why I'm taking it back to this, but that I want to put this all the way back to when we played in Conway.
Oh gosh.
You remember that?
Like how long ago?
It was a hot minute, and I think you had just started getting into like fragrances.
Yes.
Like that were not.
Was it what is that place called? Aaron and Eric came, and they were with us sitting there.
The warehouse.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I got sloppy.
Oh, that was a good night. And we went through a roadblock on the way back through.
Threw up.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was worth it, though. But, yes, I don't know why I want to root it back to that, but I think that was the first time we actually had a conversation about, products and all the bad shit that they put in them.
Ingredients.
That's
when I became the ingredient Nazi.
There's nothing wrong with being that kind of a Nazi.
No, not anymore. I have no shame.
No, none at all. No. What spawned that?
What spawned that? So, before I got into it, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. Mm-hmm. And I was real conscious about going on the medical ointments that they were giving me, because I tried it, and it was bleaching my skin, and it was freaking me out. So I'm like, there has to be something else I can put on to relieve the itch. Psoriasis. So I'm like, there has to be something. And I had another friend that I knew was selling Beauty Counter, and I knew that they have like this crazy ingredient process, and they screen everything, and they don't let harmful things into their products. So I'm like, let me try something from her. And that's kind of like where it started. So I started using some of the products, and I had a lot of success. And then it just spiraled from there. And just checking, and things were making sense.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't realize until I had that conversation with you that there was so much negative shit that they put in all these products that everybody uses every day.
Well, and even just the word fragrance. Yeah. That's code word for we can put whatever kind of shit we want under that one word. Yeah. And they can get away with it.
That's terrifying. I even talked to my sisters about that, because I know my sisters do, like, I see all the products that they post on Instagram or whatever. My one sister uses so much makeup. She was trying to, like, sell stuff that she hasn't even opened. She has so much, she hadn't even opened it, trying to sell it on Facebook. And I was like, y'all really need to, like, look into what's going into that shit. So now I'm the brother who's telling my baby sisters to watch what's going in their makeup. How you like that shit, America?
That's the big brother.
I'm
brother
the world's most okayest brother.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's where this comes from.
That's okay.
But yeah, like, I don't know. It bothers me that there's so many people that don't think about the repercussions of the products that they're putting on their skin or in their body or
whatever you put on your body is going directly into your body. Yep. It's literally 26 seconds. It gets into your bloodstream. That's what's mind-blowing. Your skin is your biggest organ.
Hold on a second. Did you say that again?
That's right. I said too fast. Anything you put on your body, it absorbs into your bloodstream in 26 seconds.
Wow.
So perfume, anything. If you've ever had a reaction instantly on anything you've put on your body, it's because it's crap in there.
That's funny. That explains something else that I'll have to tell you after we get done recording the podcast.
Oh, gosh, okay.
That explains a lot. I was like, how does this work? It was just on my hand.
No, it's that fast.
Wow. So yeah, you think about that. Your skin is your largest organ, and it does like there's so much shit that go into like I gave you the shampoo that I'd gotten that this some woman had given me, and like this is the actual top of the notch stuff, like, and you were like, yeah, that causes cancer.
Well, I need to let me refrain that. It's not going. I'm not saying if you use these crap ingredient products,
Yes.
you're going to get cancer. That's not the case.
Yeah.
Is it going to build up in your body over time? Yes. Are there other environmental toxins in that contribute to you too?
Yeah.
I mean, yes. I'm not going to say, hey, whatever product you're using is terrible and that's death row for you, because that's not the case. But if you're trying to be conscious about what you're using so it doesn't interfere with other things you are open to.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, it's scary.
it is. It really is. If you think about, and these are, the product that I'm referring to is a very high-end product. So if you think about the high-end products that have all these chemicals in it, then does that just expand? Is it like the upside-down pyramid as far as it goes down? Like the amount of negative chemicals that are in, like, even the lesser expensive products?
So a lot of times they're putting all these fillers and things into these products to make them look like you're getting such a deal, when really the small, like even like what we sell, it's the smallest amount of stuff is the same, going to do the same stuff as the big stuff, but there's not crap in it. So I guess, no, I don't know.
Yeah, well, either way, like the stuff that I got from Beauty Counter, and by the way, it's working well. I did. The
counterman?
Yeah, I told Adam, I was like, I feel so bad. Like, I'm such a horrible consumer because I haven't taken any pictures or done anything with this. But I did use it. I shaved, like, and by the way, when you grow a beard like this, you usually don't shave at all. Like, that's the trick of getting it long, is, like, not shaving the neck.
It looks trimmed. Did you trim it any?
No,
It looks shorter.
Well, I don't know. I brushed it.
Okay.
So, and I don't do that every day.
Okay.
But, yeah, I shaved the cheeks and underneath, and I'm not used to stubble. I'm not used to that feeling, especially in a crease that's always like touching each other. It's like skin on skin right here, and it's stubble, and I don't like it. But that being said, all of those products that I got out of the counterman for the aftershave tonic, the shaving cream,
cleanser.
Yeah, the cleanser is awesome. That the face stuff. That's pretty awesome.
That's what. So Adam is so oily. Always been oily.
Yeah.
And I finally got him to start. I put it in the shower. I'm like, just start using it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at our disposal. Use it. And he's like, a weekend, he goes, I'm like, not oily. I'm like, what have I been saying?
Yeah, right. Well, no, I'm using that, and it now I've read in a lot of other things, like, because I used to use the Neutrogena, the grapefruit stuff with the bath beads or whatever in it, and I've heard bad things about the beads.
Like micro something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now in the face wash, that
like plastic.
Yeah, exactly. And I know that's not good. So, but in the face wash, there's some sort of grit or some sort of something in there. What is?
It's probably microdermabrasion crystals of some kind.
Yeah,
it's actual crystals that's supposed to help with your exfoliating your skin.
Oh,
it's
I'm
not
all about
plastic
crystals.
To make it feel like you're getting what you're not.
Yeah, so plastics are basically emulating what these are.
Right.
Okay. So those are pretty awesome, and yeah, I've noticed even using the Beauty Counter soap for as long as I did. I told you I have that the thing that I had on my back, like
yes.
Well, I have several of those, and yeah, spoiler. So yeah, so I have several of those things, and they when I was using the Beauty Counter soap, I didn't even realize that they just went away. Like I just didn't even realize it that they had went away. I remember because I told you that because I didn't realize it until I ran out of the Beauty Counter soap and had to switch back to the other charcoal bar that I had been using.
Right. And
then when they came back, I was like, oh shit! I didn't realize they were gone until they came back. So I was like, that was why I went. That was why I started getting like 3 and 4 bars at a time.
Right.
Just because I'm a hairy giant.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe that it could be something that simple as to just the soap that I use that could not have something in it that would be conducive to keeping a wound open, basically.
Well, and it's they're putting stuff in these products that might cause another reaction somewhere down the road for you too.
Yeah.
Like it's a full circle of this company, this big company owns all of these other companies, and they are also tied into the medical field. So they want it's like a circle of problems. They want you to get stuff, so you have to get their medicine. Mm-hmm.
Jesus, this is the world we live in now. Well, welcome to America, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't understand how they get away with that. How is this a thing?
So there has been 80,000 chemicals introduced into our personal care since World War II. 80,000 chemicals. 10% of those are tested for human health safety. 10%. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
And on top of that, there's only 6 people screening and testing this stuff over all of these products that you're allowed to buy. 6 people.
That blows my mind. We started talking about that before we went live. Yeah, that really disturbs me. And that reminds me of do you remember when that offshore drilling thing exploded off the coast of Louisiana?
Yes.
Do you remember when that happened?
Yes.
There were X amount of, like, pretty much for the same amount of chemicals that are released since World War II or whatever it was,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
There were just about the same amount of offshore drilling plants, and they have like 32 inspectors for all of those things.
It's mind-blowing.
What are they doing with our money?
Yes. That's the scary part.
What are they doing with our money when we need like, I don't know. I understand that overpopulation is a big deal, and that probably government as a whole is probably in charge of taking care of said problem. Mm-hmm. And they're probably just trying to get us to use products that's going to make us die earlier.
It's a money game.
And it's all a money game. What are they doing with it? Like, we give them a lot of money, every day, and they're obviously not putting it to our health or to our benefit.
No,
because they don't care.
They'd rather you get sick, so you have to,
spend money on their pharmaceuticals.
Yep.
Big
pharma.
Which, by the way, pot's gonna save all of that.
I believe that.
Pot's gonna save all of that if they will just, and they will. It's coming around.
I did start the CBD oil.
How's that helping you?
I haven't noticed a big difference, but it's just supposed to be like a everyday thing.
Well, it might. Some of those things I think maybe placebo-esque, to where it's like I believe this is going to help me, and so it will. But I've noticed that I talked to one of the guys I play trivia with all the time, and he's also doing the CBD thing, and he says sometimes he has trouble sleeping, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I really do like the fact that these people are taking more care of the things that go into their products than
100%.
Than any, like, the hippies have it figured out.
I agree.
The hippies really do have it figured out, and they just want the world to be a better place for everybody, and not try to kill people with shit just to make money.
Right.
So,
I will say real quick though, because
yeah.
we're on the CBD thing, I found, and I've had a real hard time finding like bath bombs for the kids because
yeah.
they love those, but they're full of dyes and fragrance. And
yes,
crap.
That's not good.
So Stella actually got one at Christmas time, and I'm like, all right, whatever. It was a pink one. I'm like, all right, whatever. So she gets in the bath. She's in the bath, and I come in, and her hands had turned hot pink from the dyes, just holding the ball in the water. And I've lost my mind. I'm like, get out. We'll clean it off and put you in a new bath. So her hands were hot pink dyed from the food coloring.
Yeah.
So I found this company yesterday. I forget what it was called, but they're CBD oil bath bombs. And
Ooh.
there's like help you sleep, help for anxiety. I mean, all different energy balls. So then I messaged the company on Instagram, and I'm like, I'm just wondering what you use to color your balls with.
Yeah,
Hey. And they responded. They were like, we actually use food coloring, which is not regulated. But so I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that sucks.
So, and that was the company, not the CBD company, but the other company?
It's another company I just randomly came across.
Okay.
It's just it's a CBD oil company, but they make bath products out of CBD oil.
That's pretty good.
So I thought I was coming across something. Yes, I've got these bath balls I can start buying, but
Yeah, well, that's where everybody gets. Now, are they familiar with the fragrances and the food colorings and the sort of chemicals that come with that, or do they just be like, okay, well, you can eat this stuff, so it's got to be good?
I think it's something slightly different. I'm not really quite sure on that perfect answer for that one.
That's fine though. But yeah,
Think about it. They're dyes. They're going into your body. I mean,
yeah, it can't be safe.
red, yellow, and blue. I mean, look on the back of anything that you've got on for personal care, and it might say like red, yellow, blue, or all these other numbers and things. That's not; those are not good for you.
Yeah, I do remember the whole Mountain Dew scare of 2001. the yellow number 5. You remember those things going around like, dude, you don't drink that stuff, man. It's going to do bad stuff to your junk.
God.
That was the thing that was going around in Bennisville anyway.
Okay.
There was a lot of dummies around there, so who knows? But yeah, those things can't be good, and people aren't taking the time to look through and see. Do you think it's that people are just that ignorant? And I'm not saying like ignorant in a bad way, just ignorant like they really just don't know, or do they not?
I think people just assume that, oh, well, this must be safe for me. It says organic on it, or it says all natural. Anybody for personal care can put that on their label, and it's not getting checked or tested. That's the shitty part. Now, food is a completely another. There is way more regulation in food than there is in personal care. So but I mean, like, I was buying, for when the kids were babies, organic, all natural, Aveeno.
Yeah.
Guess what? Not good. Anybody can throw that on a label.
The oatmeal
That's
stuff.
what sucks. Because there's usually fragrance in it.
That's the thing that, and there's zero formaldehyde.
God bless, it's in so much stuff.
Seriously?
Gosh, yes. If you, there's like 7 or 8 code words.
You're not supposed to touch that stuff till the end.
I know. It's in so much. There's like 7 or 8 code words for formaldehyde, but if you look on the back of anything you've got, if it says DM and some word, normally it's hydantoin.
Yeah.
That's formaldehyde in your product.
Well, there you go, America. Have fun sleeping tonight, guys. Yes. But seriously, this is something that needs to happen, and I know that this won't reach a grand spectrum of people, but it might. People need to understand that there's
you cannot trust what you're buying over the counter.
Exactly.
You know, there's a lot of companies out there that you can trust. I mean, I work for Beauty Counter because I believe in what they're doing. They're trying to get more regulation. They are in Washington. They are advocating for these laws, so we don't have to check ingredients on things all the time. Or our kids down the line do not have to check ingredients. Because we all do right now.
That's the goal.
That's the goal, is getting safer products into everybody's hands.
Yes. Or and just getting the people in charge of these things to make it to where, like you say, to where we don't have to check these things, to where it's actually regulated, to where...
I think that's the problem. People think it's regulated, and it 100% is not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I was clueless until I really started digging in, and I'm like, Jesus.
Is it, and it's one of those things to where it's like if you get into something before anybody else does, and you're like, oh my God, like nobody really knows. Like when you see it in the movies when somebody breaks into the lab and they say, is this really what they're doing to the people? And you look out at all the population of the world, and it's like, you guys have no idea. Now it's my job to tell you. And
I will tell you what kind of broke my heart a little bit was when we were doing, I Believe, Christmas shopping for all the kids. And we have all this money to spend.
Yeah.
And they needed shampoo, conditioner, and it's like what we had, what was available for us to purchase.
Yes.
I couldn't even touch it. I'm like, I'm not putting that in my cart. And somebody else can. I could not do it because of all the crap I saw on the back of it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to know. But these kids, they can't help it.
Yeah,
they don't even have stuff, and what we're giving them is
shit. Exactly. But even though it's, and you know what, I can't even say that. I was going to say, well, it's better than nothing. But is it?
It's so hard.
That's such a slippery subject.
It is. I mean, most of these kids probably aren't getting a bath. And that's what sucks.
Yeah, and I found out too, by the way, that the average age of a homeless person in Horry County was 5 years old.
Ugh.
This has been years ago when I heard this stat, and I don't know how true that is, but that's so not cool to think. But the things that I believe does though is changing this whole entire area's like makeup, so to speak, no pun intended. Changing this area's makeup as to how we handle children and handle the situation of kids who can't do for themselves, or you know what I mean, like kids who don't have the opportunity to have a Christmas like other people do. And then you got to find out, you know what, man, we could do this for you now, but there may be some things in the future that we can't help because of the shit that you're getting out of these products.
I mean, and again, it's not like you're going to use this one time. It's going to cause.
Yeah.
I mean, what will it probably cause? Skin irritation, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a known. Hormone disruptors. Why are kids getting hitting puberty so much younger now? It's because of hormone disruptors that are in these products.
Chicken nuggets, man.
God.
There's chicken nuggets, man. That's what's doing it.
Anyways.
Wonder if that's the same deal. Wonder if the processed foods and the fast foods and everything have the same. And I know that you said the foods are not under the same umbrella as actual like skincare products, but wonder if that is the case. Like processed foods have all this.
100%. You see on the labels of chicken like no hormones added. I mean, think about it. I mean, some of them do no hormones added. Some of them they do have it. They're injecting them with stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all. Those chicken nuggets. McDonald's is coming after us.
Gotta love chicken nuggets.
Gotta love chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
So you did some preparations more so than anybody else that I've ever had on the podcast. Like nobody's never come with like an idea of what to.
I mean, I just wanted to make sure I hit certain points that I didn't miss on.
That's good. Have we hit all the points with the skincare things?
I think so.
So far,
I mean. The only other thing, would be for everybody to think about, like, the European Union, they ban 1,400 ingredients from going into their personal care products.
Yeah.
The United States only bans 30. Out of 80,000 chemicals.
Really?
They ban 30, and there's those 6 people that are regulating that. So it's just like, food for thought, mind-blowing. So if somebody's really thinking about what they're putting on their body, we should chat.
Jesus. See, I don't know. I'm losing faith in the world. I gain a little bit every now and again. I see somebody do something good with the world, but this is just not good. It is, and I'm a conspiracy theorist of sorts. So I believe that the government knows about all this shit and they're choosing to not do anything because they need to control the population. They need less people. They need people to die quicker. And the advances in medicine are making people live longer. And it's a huge problem that there are a lot of people in the world. But yeah, I believe that that's exactly what's going on. I believe they have all the information.
Those big pharmaceutical companies
they know.
They are running the government. I feel like. So
of course they are.
Anyway, so we try to every day,
guys.
Push forward, guys. Make decisions with your wallet.
Read those ingredient labels. Oh yeah, and by the way, the fact that and you were talking about your skin earlier. I have bad skin as well, and my scalp is the worst. Mm-hmm. And
that's where mine started.
It's just awful, and I just can't. I'll find myself scratching my head, and then I'll look like under my nails,
picking,
and it's
yeah.
I just got just shit under my nails from scratching, and I've tried to do like I've just stopped. I've basically just stopped washing my hair.
Like if you can, might as well.
I basically just stopped washing I wash my hair like once a month maybe. And it's not doing anything different because I thought it was like soap buildup for the longest time. But I don't know what it is.
It's going to come down to a lot of like your immunity and your gut.
Yeah.
All your insides, everything from the inside out is all going to stem from your liver and your gut.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned so much, and that's why I've had so much success too with my psoriasis. It's not like products are gonna, make it magically disappear.
Yeah.
I got relief. That was first foremost, and then one of my girlfriends, Bree, she was like, "You really need to really think about what your diet is." And I was like, "God, I cannot not eat cheese and bread.
Yeah.
Like I love that stuff." But then I started cutting out. Cut out eggs, and I had the most success cutting eggs out. My skin has cleared up so much. And,
really?
Oh, yes. Because, this can get, really in-depth, but somebody with psoriasis or eczema,
Is that what I call it, eczema?
Well, eczema is another dry skin from the inside out.
I mean, for eggs.
Oh. I'm blonde over here.
Eczema.
Eggs. Yeah,
no.
Anyway, but no, forgot where I was going. So I started, reading a lot of stuff, and it's a certain kind of, it's called streptococcus or whatever the formal name is. It's a virus that sits in you, and it could take years and years for it to build up. And honestly, I had strep throat constantly and chickenpox when I was younger. And that virus can stay in you. Whether it wants to veer its ugly head some way or another in the future, it will. But when you have that kind of a virus in your system, it attaches to dairy and eggs and gluten. So anything you're eating, it's just feeding off of that stuff. So I started cutting a lot of that out, and that's where I've seen the most success. And I started drinking celery juice.
Celery juice?
Yes.
Do you make your own celery juice?
Yes, it's the only way you can do it. You have to literally juice it.
Yeah, because I have never heard of it.
Every morning on an empty stomach.
Celery juice.
Celery juice.
Is the juicer the way to go?
Yes, 100%.
I've thought about getting one. I need to change up a lot of things. But see, I'm just so fucking lazy.
So when I first started doing the celery juice, I was doing it at night, and I would seal it in a mason jar, and I would drink it the next morning. So that kind of helped me because I didn't want to get up and then clean it all and juice it and clean the juicer. Because, it could be 15 minutes of your time consuming,
Yeah.
But then I started seeing that it was helping me. There's an enzyme in celery that once it's broken down and you consume it, it starts attacking all of that crap inside you. You need to follow Medical Medium on Instagram.
Medical Medium?
The Medical Medium. He's amazing.
See, I love knowing about all these things because I know one day it's going to just click and I'm just going to do all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm just really waiting for that that motivation, that switch to be flipped.
Now, I will say, I haven't done my celery juice because my juicer broke before Christmas, so I haven't done it. But I got to get a new one last week. So I'm going to start again. But I haven't had anything rear back up.
Yeah.
I have some spots I need to clear up. One day I'll share all my photos because it was pretty severe.
Yeah, and I know that's got to be a tough thing to talk about or share with people because, and I don't know, it's one thing that I didn't really talk about a lot for a long time because I was self-conscious about it. But it's hard for me to and I thought I swore it off as dandruff for the longest time. I thought I just had dandruff. I thought that's what it was. But then somebody was like, "Yeah, that's not dandruff. That's like dead skin, basically."
It's all internal. That's what sucks.
I guess you get what you put in.
Think about it.
What you put in comes out.
That's right.
It really does. You are what you eat. All these different things, right?
Yes.
So, do you want to talk about what you talked about before we got started a little bit there?
I don't mind. It's nothing bad.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm bad talking anything. Just
talking.
Just talking.
Just talking.
Yeah.
Well, good for it. What did Stoney's response entail?
Oh no, he was like, "Yeah, talk about whatever you want." It's pretty much just containing to Tito's, I guess.
Tito's is, how do I put it? Tito's were the best and worst years of my life wrapped up all in one. Those years were I don't remember having more fun or being more stressed out.
Wasn't it right in the beginning? Didn't you come in right in the beginning?
I was right at the beginning. Like,
Maybe like a year in.
I was right after Chris. Do you remember Chris?
Chris Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was right after Chris. He.
God, I've kind of forgot about him.
Yeah, everybody does.
God.
Everybody does, and I'm sorry, Chris, if you ever watch this.
And there was somebody before that.
Who's the one?
I think it was Scott Todd. That's who I was kind of.
I don't remember that person.
Doing the planning with, I guess we can say.
Yeah. I don't know that person.
Scott Todd? Pretty sure that's his name. I know it was Scott. I'm pretty sure it's Scott Todd.
But yeah, Chris hired me to do the open mics on Wednesdays back in the day. And there's still a open mic Uncle Tito sticker up in Surfwater right now on Wednesdays.
Fun.
But yeah, he's the one that got me to do that. And then that year was the first year they were going to do Sunday football. They got the Sunday ticket, and I started doing Sundays, and then the whole transition happened, and everybody got fired except for me. How that happened, I don't know. That was the worst. But yeah, I was right in the beginning. But you were way before that. Matter of fact, the first key that I had for Uncle Tito's was that Patriots key.
Oh, well, that would be my key.
I've still got it.
I did have a key.
I've still got it.
Yeah. Actually, I had a women's shop in that location before Tito's was there.
Hey.
For a year. I had like a little boutique. And it was the absolute worst timing for the economy. I mean, I gave it a year, gave it my best shot, and I'm like, I can't, it didn't make sense to go on any longer. So, we tossed around the idea about, opening up this little dive thing. And Stoney and Jimmy were involved, and it kind of evolved from that, taking over the lease.
Yeah.
So I was getting out of my lease, but the lease was going to be open. So we were like, hey, well, if we're going to do this, let's do it.
And the rest is history.
Pretty much.
So, I don't know. It was so much different back then. It was literally just a bar that all their friends would hang out in, right? It was just like there wasn't a whole lot of people that you didn't know walking around.
I mean, it was like any bar in the beginning, And I mean, let's preface this with saying, I was very involved.
Yeah.
To the point where I was talking with the attorney, getting all the liquor licenses and beer licenses straight, setting all that up.
Yeah.
I pretty much oversaw the construction every day leading up to it opening. Was writing all the checks. My name was on the account to write checks. So yeah, I was heavily involved, thinking it was going to be, part mine.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
I mean, just to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, even like when we were setting the licenses up, the initials. I mean, our initial was in there, and that's what's. We never signed anything. Lesson learned.
Yeah, well, you got to do that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how it would be if it were like that. Like, I would like to know what it would have been if it would have been that way. Like, if you would have ran the whole thing.
All
the way
here's
up.
the thing. I ended up getting pregnant with Cruz during this process.
Yeah.
So I mean, inevitable. I was going to be there in a certain extent, as much as I could be.
Yeah.
I pretty much helped throughout the entire time I was pregnant, got the place open. I mean, we did this huge Cinco de Mayo bash.
Yeah.
It was the first May that we were open. We had meetings about all these vendors that were going to be coming in with Budweiser, and it had Cruise in July, and then I had trained, I think it was, Scott Todd was there, and then there was Amanda. I cannot remember her last name at the moment.
I don't know her either.
She was there. Anyway, I helped train some of the bartenders for happy hour. And then had Cruz. I took a couple weeks off. And then, I mean, for the first year Cruz was there, I was in there weighing liquor every morning before they opened, recording everything.
That's the trick. I don't think that's happened in a very long time.
I don't know. I'm not involved anymore, so
I didn't. Well, me neither. Like when
I don't know what they do.
When I first started doing that, that was the whole deal. Was that you got to be here every day to weigh the liquors in the morning, like to make sure that nothing's.
I mean, that's how I ran Tequila Mockingbird. The liquor got weighed every day. That way, it was. I mean, there was no heavy hands. They knew if they were going to get. Yeah. If you're going to give a drink away, give it. Just put it on the spill tab. No big deal. Don't lie about it. Don't hide it. Just.
That's the whole thing. Like,
be honest.
You have to have a spill tab. If you don't have a spill tab, you won't have customers to come back.
Right.
Like that, you have to have that.
Right.
And it's hard, and that's what I was telling Chief when he first started working there. I was like, dude, you do what you got to do, but like make sure that it's documented. No matter what you do, because that was the biggest mistake that I made, was just getting too drunk and just not knowing. Like, and spoiler alert, I was drunk. Just getting drunk and not keeping up with everything that I was doing. And then at the end of the night, I would like look at, like, okay, so let's see. I go to do a printout and it's like, okay, we've only rang in $74. That's not right.
Oh, God.
But what I would do, and I've said this in episodes past, I rarely ever kept any money. I would always look at how much money I had in a tip jar, and I would just like go in and ring up however much that was, and put all that back in there, because I was like, yeah, if I'm screwing somebody, at least I'm not going to profit from it.
Right.
I just felt bad about that. But I do wonder what it would have been like if I had somebody over me, like to where I had somebody to hold me accountable. Because I think that would have been a really good thing.
Fair enough.
But, oh well.
Anyway.
What might have been.
We live and we learn.
We live and we learn. I will say this. I doubt I'll ever do a bar business. I doubt I'll ever do a bar again. What do you think? Do you think you ever will?
Oh, God. It kind of makes me sick to my stomach a little bit. Just because Adam was in it for so long. And then I did tequila while he had Surf Shack. And then we had just tequila for a while. And we got burnt out. But then I did the shop, and they were like, all right, well, let's try this again. And that was kind of like, all right, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
Things just happened.
I wish that I could, I don't know, if I did something like that again, it would be just a coffee shop, because I can't deal with drunk people.
And we were like, well, if we ever had to like open something small, we would want it to be like done by 10 o'clock.
Yes.
That's it. Happy hour, dinner-ish.
Easily.
Done. Nothing later. This late night crap.
Yeah, nothing good happens when the sun goes down.
No.
Like, at all. And I don't see how people don't realize that. And now that you drive by Beaver Bar, they're not the late crowd anymore. It's Tito's is just the late crowd now. And especially since Crooked's gone. And people still going to Hot Fish Club, but Tito's will stay open later than them.
Yeah.
And I just don't see now. Granted, I'm sure the dollars are good now. I'm sure that's a plus, but I don't see the benefit in putting a room through that kind of shit. Just the room can't hold it. I don't think. Mm-hmm. Like it's. I don't, and then nothing bad about it. I love Tito's. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I poured a lot of shit and a lot of me into that bar for a very long time to get it to what it is now. And I don't know if I may have created a monster. I take the blame for it.
Oh, God, it's all your fault.
And I think so. I really do. I feel like it's all my fault because, I mean, when it used to be just me, I was the only bartender. For how many years was that? At least 2 years.
Right.
Like, the only bartender every day. And we were closed on Sundays, thank God. And I just couldn't, I don't know, one day everybody started showing up and they just never left. And then I had to end up hiring other people to help, and then hiring other people to help allowed me to go elsewhere and go like to Bubba's and shit and go to Dead Dog and Creek Rats and hit every bar on the Marsh Walk and say, hey, come drink with me at Tito's, and pull all the service industry people over there.
Well, that's working it.
Yeah, that's what did it. And then I was like, okay, so now it's the service industry bar, but then the short bar closed. And then it wasn't, like, it became the late night spot again. And now it's just, just so many people. I drive by there and I'm like, fuck that. I see all those people out there and I'm like, fuck that.
Right.
I ain't gonna do it.
Right.
But then again, I'm not drinking. So if I were drinking, it'd be great. But can't do it.
No.
I'll never again. Never a bar again. Coffee shop maybe.
Coffee shop be fun.
Coffee shop would be fun. You don't have to deal with. I mean, I will say this: people get very, very, very worked up over their coffee. If it's in the morning and at Starbucks,
And it ain't right.
yeah, and it ain't right. Especially because Starbucks is charging you $800 for something.
Did you see about him maybe running for president?
I did. As an independent, though, this is crazy. And I read an article about that. George Washington has been our only independent president of all time. Did you know that?
Really?
George Washington was our only ever independent candidate to win a presidency.
Huh.
Ever.
Really?
Yeah. And it's because this two-party system that America's got going on is just fucking us all, for lack of a better term.
I agree.
Like, I don't know where it is. I think it's like Lithuania or somewhere like that has like, they'll have like 17 different candidates to choose from. Like, for instance, when everybody announces their presidency, before they get down to just the two that you have to choose from here, it would basically just cut out all of the other shit, and you would have all of these people to choose from. And which I think that's a better way. You can't, and it's foolish too to think that one person is capable of running everything. I think having one single president is a foolish thing too. Like just one person can't pull this off all by themselves.
Just too much
Too much
angles.
stuff.
There's too much.
Too much stuff. Like you need a guy. First, you need a guy to run your Twitter account, or just somebody to run that through. Just somebody to read through that and say, yeah, we probably shouldn't do that. But
Proof.
But going back to old Howard Schultz, I don't know how I would feel about that. I will say this. He stepped away from Starbucks for quite a while, and this was during the time when I was there.
That's
And
right. I forgot you worked there.
yeah, he stepped away from Starbucks for a very long time, and then came back while I was working at Starbucks. And like, I just remember he came back, and the manager that we had at our location got into just a little bit of hot water and ended up getting fired, and our assistant manager became a manager. So like, you could just tell that there was a different thing going on, like that somebody was actually doing their job, rather than just letting it be. So I do know that he is 100% good with coming in and shaking things up to make sure that things go the way that he wants them to. But I don't know. This president thing is like, anybody can do it now, right?
Apparently.
Anybody can do it now. I mean, this is the thing. We've entered into that point in our history to where a reality show personality can run for president and win. So now anybody can do it. The only thing that I believe Howard is gonna not, he'll have to pick a side. He'll have to pick either Republican or Democrat if he wants a shot, because an independent's not going to win it. And I would love for it to, though. I'd love for an independent to win, just because it'll get. Ever since the election, no matter what, and it's been for years now, it's always been red versus blue. It's like Sharks versus Jets. It's sports ball. Mm-hmm. It's all just basically football. But I don't know. That would erase that, I think. Like, if we had an independent actually win an election, that would erase that. But we never will.
I can see that.
Yeah, but oh well. Sorry, totally went down a rabbit hole with that for a second.
Oh yeah.
Oh goodness. So anywho, wonder what would you do if you were president? If you got elected president, what would you do? What would be your first, like?
My first thing would get more regulation into the personal care products. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
but because that's just bullshit. But when you know, you know. When you know better, you do better.
Yeah, that's very true. People, do you think that and I might have asked this earlier, but do you think that people are not really concerned with it, or do you just think that it's more like, okay, I'll say this a different way. Somebody asked me the other day how I felt about certain people going completely against global warming or climate change when the evidence is substantial that it's actually happening.
Right.
And I think that there are just certain people who believe that, okay, these people are just saying all this shit to try to get me to spend money on something, blah, blah, blah. And once they realize that that there's something that they might be doing that is wrong, or they just turn a blind eye to it, and they just, I don't want to hear anything about it.
I mean, there's a lot of people. They don't want to know.
Is that, you think that's what it is?
I think that some people, if they don't see anything physically wrong, they kind of maybe just brush it off.
That nobody is thinking
or they don't
far
have an
enough
ailment,
into the future.
Right. Or they don't have an ailment. They don't understand. They don't think. A lot of people have no idea that it seeps into your blood in 26 seconds.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I will say, like, when I first started with Beauty Counter and I was talking to my sister, and she was using this one face cleanser for 15 years. I'm not going to say the company.
Yeah.
She goes, I don't think I could switch off my cleansers. I'm like, just go get and let's look at the ingredients. And it had formaldehyde in it. That's a known carcinogen.
Yeah, that's not good.
And she was like sick to her stomach. The next day, she ordered everything, changed all her she threw everything, went all through her house and got rid of everything.
Cleaning products and all?
Cleaning products are very same
deal. Mm-hmm. See, that's another thing that I was curious about, and I think we talked about this too. Was just laundry detergent. Ugh. And
if you're itchy, you've got dry, itchy skin. My first thing I tell people, I'm like, you don't have to buy anything from me, but please, Lord, change your laundry detergent first.
Yeah.
Because here's another fun fact. It takes, I think, 3 to 4 washes to get crap chemicals out of your clothes. When you start using a safer detergent, it takes 3 or 4 washes to get the crap out. That's
really?
Yes. And let me tell you 100% what happened to me last week. I was going through my closet, getting out sweaters and sweatshirts I haven't worn. And I found a sweatshirt that was like stuck behind something. I'm like, oh my gosh, I used to love this thing. I'm going to put it on. Well, I haven't seen that thing in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So it has not been washed in any of my safer detergent.
Yeah.
Okay? I wore it all day. All of a sudden,
oh no!
I start breaking out. I had bumps all right here, and I had bumps up in here. And I made Adam feel the back of my arm when we were going to bed that night. I'm like, feel this, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is proof in the pudding right here. I'm surprised I didn't post about that, honestly, but 100% it was because I was using shitty detergent, whatever was cheap.
Yeah. See, that's one thing I haven't changed yet. I'm still using shit detergent.
I'm gonna give you a bag of my stuff because I got it.
What is it? Is it powder?
It's a powder. It's called Molly's Suds. When I order it on Amazon or on their website when they have crazy good deals. I have when they do their sales, like my bag of detergent, I think I get either 38 or 72. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Ended up getting them for $6 a bag.
What?
When normally they're $19. Which, I mean, think about it. How much are you spending on detergent? $12? What's another $8?
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're at Target or Walmart, I suggest 7th Generation brand because they get as much of the crap out of it as they can. Yeah. There is some questionable things, like one maybe that I've seen, but
it's not as much as in Gain or
if you don't want to order online, I tell you to go do 7th Generation. Because you can get it right now.
Yeah. Now, is OxyClean also that bad? The OxyClean stuff?
As long as it doesn't have fragrance in it, but I can't imagine it being fantastic for you. I've used it for spot stuff, and then I just immediately wash it in my good stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, to all their own.
I need to, and I say I need to, and I'm speaking probably for a lot of people who are watching or listening, like, this is just the sort of thing that not anybody takes into account. Me for certain, I don't take any kind of thing like that into account. But when I bitch about my skin all the time, I shouldn't bitch about it if I'm not going to change anything about it. So, I guess next step.
I'll give you a bag because they did a sale like right at Black Friday, and I stocked up for the year because it was so cheap.
Yeah,
I have that many bags at home. I'll give you one.
And by the way, Smells like sweet, sexy cinnamon.
Is that what it smells like?
Oh, yeah.
Adam hasn't used that one yet.
Really?
No, he's only used the.
Well, this is this was the one that you got from that.
From up in in Boone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I use the. It's actually probably sitting on the counter somewhere because I'll always forget to do beard oil and I leave it. The one that came in the Counterman box. By the way. Do those products come individually, or is it just like the box?
It's all individual, or you can do by collection. It's like 4, 6, or 8 pieces.
Yeah.
But what you got was kind of like a consultant bundle special, which I love you so much.
Oh.
But yes, everything is sold separately, so you can buy, and the prices are great.
Yeah. Well, that.
Have you tried that new bar, that charcoal bar that came in your?
So not quite the same, but.
It has a more manly scent to it, right?
Yeah, it does. But and then the other one the other charcoal bar was fine too. But I really like the. I'm not sure if it's eucalyptus or peppermint oil or.
The one I gave you, I think it was peppermint oil.
Yeah, peppermint oil, because the other one that I used, the Viking Revolution stuff that I showed you that one time, that's safe too. It's legit. But I just. When it went on sale one day, and I bought like bukus of that shit, so I've got like safe product to use, but I definitely need some more of that bar. That bar was awesome.
Good.
It's really cool. I like when I was using the other one by the company that I won't mention, obviously, but you looked through the ingredients and was like, "Yep, this is bad. This is not good." And I realized that I think I said something about how it lathered, like it just like over lathered, like it would take so much of the charcoal bar to reach the same amount of lather. I didn't have that problem with the other thing. Like it was like I wouldn't have to go back to and I use washcloth. Like I don't know if the people still use washcloths. I'm one of those people, and yeah, I would have to definitely like lather up like two or three times on the washcloth by the time I would get done showering, just because being hairy it robs a lot of soap from from the washcloth. So I have to do it 2 or 3 times, which is probably why I go through so much so quick. But yeah, that one was.
It's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was very. What's the word? Nostrily pleasing. That's not the word I was looking for. Nostrily.
It was fragrant without the crap.
There you go. It was very fragrantly pleasing.
Good.
That was nice. But yeah, I haven't used the. I've used everything except for. Oh no! I've used the charcoal.
Body wash?
Yeah.
Invigorating or energizing, whatever it's called.
Yeah. I've used that. Invigorating.
I used that actually. I liked it.
It's good. Mm-hmm. The Counterman one? It's
it's
good.
in the shower. Might as well.
Yeah, might as well. It's good. Now, that's the thing, too, that I was going to say earlier when I was talking about the shampoo and about, like, you saying that most people, like, or most companies will put certain things into these
fillers
fillers to make it like so you're getting more, but you're really not.
You look like you're getting this crazy deal.
Yeah, but you're not.
And you're not. You're getting the exact same amount of stuff that will do the job, but they're just filling it with stuff to make it look like you're getting a bargain. Because they're not. If you like beauty counter, like this versus this.
Yeah.
This is beauty counter. You're gonna go. Somebody normal person's gonna go for this.
Yeah,
not this.
But I realized that you mentioned that the products are so concentrated that you don't need as much.
Right.
And that's the thing about the charcoal thing. Like I was like, I do one pump and I was like, oh, okay, this isn't a lot at all. And I'm like judging this by how much other product I would or other like body wash I would have to use.
You'd be like,
yeah, exactly. You have to do like 4 or 5. But then I did like I did the same thing. I did like 3 pumps or whatever, and then it took me so long to get all the extra soap out of the loofah. By the way, do you do that? Do you leave soap in your loofah? Do you leave soap in, or do you rinse it out every single time in the shower?
I don't use a loofah.
Are those bad?
I mean, they're made of plastic. That's a whole nother thing. I don't want to keep my Mine screwing everybody, but
No, but dude, what do I need to use? What do I need to?
I would look into. I think I mentioned this to you. Those wool, because
Yeah.
wool is an antibacterial. Mold. Nothing will grow on it. Like you would probably see, mold would probably grow on your loofah.
Yeah.
Eventually, right?
Yeah.
I think wool it won't, and I feel like there's wool things that would do the same job,
Yeah.
just made out of something different.
Huh. Learn something new every day, folks.
Yes.
Well, okay. So that's another thing too. As I was just the amount of soap that was left in this loofah that I will never use again.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. But,
I mean, the fact that you can't see the inside that loofah, where all that water buildup might be, you know what I'm talking about? Like, that's what grosses me out, too.
I do now.
A washcloth. That's all I use.
Yeah, washcloth. How often do you wash them every time, or do you?
Like, I wash my face morning and night, and I probably use the same washcloth for 2 days, maybe
Yeah.
3, maybe 3, depends.
I'll do 2 days.
Yeah.
See, I've been the disgusting human before this. Like, I would just switch it out, like with my sheets. Mm-hmm. Like, you just keep a washcloth in there until this week, like one a week. But then I realized that like this probably is not what normal humans do. By the way, I'm taking advantage of asking these questions because I don't ever get to have these conversations with anybody. By the way, and I'm curious, but yeah, I the amount of soap, can you use body wash? Would that translate well with the washcloth too?
Wait, say what? What'd you say? Body wash?
Yeah,
I do that.
body wash on a washcloth,
100%. 100%.
and it would just go just as far. See, that's the thing is the concentration amount, like the amount of shampoo that I have to use, and I have more hair than most women, and it's like I just think, okay, I've got to use more shampoo, but I'm used to the feeling the suds and feeling the soap, but you don't necessarily get that.
You won't because those are foaming agents.
Yeah.
And that's just junk that doesn't need to be in there.
And see, that's, I think, is what's causing a lot of people to not use better products because they think that they've been
It's just
trained.
not working.
They think that's not working because they've been trained to expect all of this.
Well, and then they're seeing all these commercials. I mean, it's...
Yep.
I mean...
Yep.
A bubbly bubble bath.
A
No.
bubbly bubble bath.
No.
No.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
I mean, we have, like, the kids have the kids line, and it's... Cruz uses more hair product than Stella does.
Well, he's got more hair.
He's got a lot of hair.
Is
But
it
like,
super thick too?
it's getting thicker. I actually, when I take him to get a hair trim, we'll thin it out some underneath.
Yeah.
Just so it lays better. Because otherwise it would be...
Like mine. Now, I don't want to rob what you were just about to say from you, but do you think that could be an issue with my scalp? Do you think that my hair is just so thick that it doesn't allow, like it's trapping all of this stuff that could be getting out otherwise? Or
I don't think that, like in the scalp area, I mean, you
Yeah.
can't thin that out. We thin all
Yeah,
under
yeah,
here
yeah,
out.
yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
You really need to just think about
yeah,
what you're eating.
yeah, I do. I'm thinking about what I'm.
Have you heard of
later
bone
now.
broth?
Yes, I have, but I'm not familiar with
Supposed to be very good for gut health.
bone broth.
Bone broth, yeah. The girl that makes
Marrow.
my elderberry, she makes homemade bone broth, and I'm gonna go pick some up. I haven't tried it yet, but she does like a lot of her soups with the bone broth, or you can just like elderberry, you can take sips of it. It's supposed to be very good for your gut. Help clearing things out.
Yeah, that's necessary.
I mean, here's the thing: everything stems from the gut. That's it. End of story. Okay.
Well, that explains it. That explains it, ladies and gentlemen. So we have made it through. We have made it through an hour, and I told you that we could like gear back on our actual subject matter and talk about other things after the hour mark. We got to talk about what we were talking about right before we got started with the A Star Is Born situation.
Oh my lord, yes.
We got to talk about that. I'm fixing to get as anti-masculine as possible in this next conversation. So be aware, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. Work it.
All right. So I think that after seeing that video of him showing up at the Vegas thing, by the way, his voice is pretty good too.
Yeah.
And I was mostly impressed because you can tell that it wasn't perfect.
Right.
And I don't know. I know a lot of other artists use auto-tune and they lip sync.
He just went right up there.
He went straight up there and went
He
right
didn't even want
after
to
it.
put the ear things in. He's like, Jackson wouldn't do this.
He wouldn't do that. He didn't want to. But it was so, the way that she like just wrapped around and just like was holding his head like that, putting him in. I was like,
this is kind of cute.
just do it. Just do it. By the way, I'm not rooting for any family to be broken up here.
Is he married though, or is it a
I don't
girlfriend?
know. I don't know, but I saw the picture of her and him, not Gaga and him, but her and whoever his significant other, and then Lady Gaga just sitting over next to him, like, well, this is my life, and he's there with whoever he's with, and that just made me so sad.
At the Globes?
Yeah.
She had a date though.
Maybe it was just one of those things
Yeah.
where they shopped him out.
I saw them on her and him on the red carpet. Her and her date. Whoever, I don't even know who his name is.
It's probably a cousin. Let's hope so. But not. So, yeah, I was talking to Daryl Graham, and I know Daryl don't care if I say this, but he was like, yeah, I don't like this. This is not, I would rather listen to a Beatles album. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, me too, dude. I love the Beatles, but you can't deny that this is really, really fucking good. Mm-hmm. That's all those songs are so good. Like, tell me something, girl. I'm
God,
like,
it's so good. When I'm at home by myself and I'll tell Alexa just to play the whole soundtrack.
God, it's so good.
Yes.
I've started covering that one song, though. Maybe it's time to let the old ways down.
Oh, yes.
That's the best one. Look at this. Right then. Right then, just from that. It's so good. Like, and you think about well, I'll backtrack a little bit. I think that I like it so much because I completely invest myself emotionally in something that I watch or listen to. Like, I plug myself into that situation. And that movie just floored me.
It's amazing.
It's so damn good.
It's so good.
I don't know that I've seen, as far as music movies go, and by the way, I've seen Bohemian Rhapsody too, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But I already loved Queen. But yeah, I didn't realize that Bradley Cooper had it like that. Like, that's actually him singing, like, and it's even hearing him on.
He directed it?
Yes. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Well done.
So good.
And by the way, I don't think that Lady Gaga should ever wear makeup again.
She's so pretty.
I love her like that.
Naturally pretty.
Like,
so good.
And just the things that she talks about, you can tell that she really struggles with her own beauty just because of how she covers it up so much. And I just wish that she would see herself the way that I do.
I think that when she was younger, she probably was told those things, like, you're not pretty enough and you're not 100%. When you're trying to get into the scene.
Have you watched her documentary on Netflix, the
No.
5'3"? Mm-mm. Oh, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
By the way, and everybody's always heard me talk so much shit about music and like radio music and everything, except for her. She's the only one that has been that I have kept away from that in my mind. Like, she is a genius.
She is.
She's brilliant. Anything that she does, I'm for. I don't care.
I remember seeing her when she had Poker Face, her big first hit.
Yeah.
She performed on that show, So You Think You Can Dance, as the talent. And I'm like, oh, who is this? And she was all made up into this character.
Yeah.
And that was where it went from there. But she is so good in that movie.
So good in that movie. Everybody's so good in that movie. It was very well cast. And just like I was saying about Sam Elliott, like after all the roles that he's been in, he finally got a nomination.
He didn't win.
I don't know because I don't watch those things.
I didn't.
But yeah, that.
So good.
Yeah, it was so good. I feel bad too, though, that and I guess I'm one of those people who doesn't who wouldn't look too far into something that I might not like Daryl did. I could have been like Daryl and said, you know what, I don't agree with what these people do in like normal music, so I'm not gonna give this a shot. And I really implore people to give this a shot because it's so I don't know. I'm not going to go so far as to say life changing, but it did warp my in a good way warp my view of modern like pop music in a different way, because I get to see how in the movie, like all the record producers that tried to turn her into
this crazy pop sensation.
Yeah, when
I know.
she
I
was
got
just
so
so
disappointed
normal.
at that
Me
part of the
too.
movie. I'm like, really?
Me too.
This is really where this is going?
Yeah, and that leads to my next question. Do you feel like that might be something that they did in real life, or do you think that she was behind
I think she
all
was
of those?
mastermind behind all that stuff. I
Yeah.
really do think.
I think so too.
I think she probably tried in the beginning to be herself, and then she probably got denied or told all these things.
Yeah.
And then she created this character.
The character is what the people have fallen in love with, and I hate that it full circle. I hate that she is giving all these people this character and giving them what they're making them used to that, and then it might sort of not allow her to back it all off and go back to all natural and doing this. Like, I would just love to see her look the way that she does without all of the get up and everything.
Like if she did like
do an album like
just
that.
like all natural. Yes, I think that'd be amazing.
Yes.
I agree.
I need that.
I didn't listen to the whole Joanne soundtrack, that last one she did.
Yeah.
Which I feel like seems like it would be a little bit
Stripped
more
down, yeah.
like that, but
She talked about that a lot in that documentary on Netflix. So you should definitely watch that.
she got real sick or something, right? Or something was wrong.
Yeah, so I don't know what it was, but
Anyway.
I can't remember. But yeah, she was it. I'm gonna marry her one day.
I did see her in concert.
How was it?
It was interesting. She was burning statues at the end. It was a little weird.
I don't think
But I
she
think
believes
it's-
any of that.
No, but it was just
Shock factor.
that's
Yeah.
all it goes. That's all it is. I mean, she was wearing meat, for goodness sake.
Yeah, I know. So she's doing the. Is Britney still doing the Vegas thing too?
No, she's not. She's taking time off.
So is that why Lady Gaga took that spot? Probably.
I think that was already in the works because something happened with Britney's dad, from what I've understood, and she's like, "Family's too important. I'm taking time off, much
Yeah.
needed time off." So I don't know. But now I saw Christina Aguilera is going to Vegas, so maybe she's taking her time to shine.
Oh well, she's done how many of those shows now?
Yes.
Oh well. I always liked Christina's voice. Mm-hmm. She could sing. She'd sing her ass off. Mm-hmm. But like saying I hate what it did to music, just like meaning that I hate what it did to. It made more. I don't know, less cerebral music, like the more like I want to hear this has got a fun beat, she can sing, this is fun, rather than what does this mean? What does this song mean? Like too
trendy,
yeah,
catchy.
Yeah, it's too like they're going too far.
They're just singing
down
it to sing it. They don't mean it.
I don't believe it.
Right.
Yeah, that's my thing that I say a lot. I don't believe it, and I hate what that did to the whole thing, and that's why I love Lady Gaga so much, because even those songs that she does that's trendy and like they're actually saying something.
She embodies the whole. I mean,
Yes.
she believes in it.
Yeah, she's saying something too.
But she writes everything. I feel like.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she does.
Except that she did "Shallow."
Yeah.
With 2 other people, I believe. Right.
Yeah, not only that, like there's a lot of really good songwriters. Shayna actually commented back on the post that I put on Facebook with like all of the songwriters who were like Jason Isbell, who's one of my favorite songwriters right now, was one of the ghost writers on that album, and
Really?
that's a huge deal. That's a huge deal. But see, Daryl's still like, he's like, dude, I just don't get it. I'm sorry, I just don't like it. And I'm like, yes, you do. You've already made your mind up that you don't. So that's all there is to that. But
Fair enough.
yeah, I can't stand it. I'm probably gonna. I think it's out now, isn't it? Isn't it out like on Prime or on PlayStation? I think.
I tried to look for it on demand, could not find it, but it might be Netflix. I'm not sure. I haven't been able to see it yet. Because Adam needs to see it.
Dude, yeah, he does. Adam will be the one like Adam would love it. Adam likes stuff like that.
He does.
He likes stuff like that.
I was boohooing.
Yeah, so was I. Yeah. All right. Well, we're scooting up on the the hour 15 mark here in a second. Do you, we're going to wrap this thing up shortly. Do you have any lasting thoughts that you want to leave with anybody who might hear this? Even years on down the road?
Years on down the road.
Even years on down the road. Can be for right now, but even years on down the road. I've been asking all the guests that lately. Just anything that you wanted to say, like Andrew Beckwith, who was the MVP of the Coastal's championship team, was on the other week or the other day, and he was like just pretty much talking to himself in 10 years. Like he was like, just I want to see, like, oh my gosh. Like I want to say this thing to myself in 10 years, like keep doing this or whatever have you. And that's pretty funny. I used to ask, what have you been watching or listening to? Which you can answer both. So I really enjoy watching that show Empire. Really? With Taraji P. Henson. I heard there's something going down right now with Jussie Smollett. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. Yeah, he got attacked. And they put something around his neck and like beat him for being gay. I didn't know he was gay because he plays a gay character, but apparently he might be. But it's like a hate. It's too much hate in the damn world. That was terrible. But yeah, so I enjoyed watching that, and I do get my joy on Real Housewives of New Jersey and Beverly Hills. That's it. Just those two. Just those two. Okay. Good. Well, because like New Jersey, I grew up right where this happened. Oh, where all these ladies live. I used to live there, so I enjoy. How did that transfer, by the way? What do you mean? To coming from that to the South, to deep. This is deep South. So it was like, I was forced. Yeah. I came down and started 6th grade here in 96. So I was up there until 5th grade. How did that transfer with the people around, like, around you at that point? Were you like, was it plugged in and you immediately were accepted, or was it like the Southern bitches deal where they're like, oh, you talk differently? It wasn't, no, because I feel like it's so different now than it was, there's not this social media crap and you were friends with whoever. Like Carmen was my very first friend that I met because her mom sold a house to my parents. Yeah. So, and I lived down the street from her, so it just evolved. It wasn't hard. I don't know. There wasn't really bitches. Well, that's good to know, because I feel like... Especially middle school, because middle school now, from everything I hear from my friends and their kids... It's awful. It is terrible. Yeah. It is heartbreaking. Kids are just so mean. So mean. Ugh. Oh, well. I want my kids to, like, get a little bit more mature, but then I'm like, I ain't dealing with this. Yeah, exactly. Oh, my God, I'm not ready. But it's coming. It's coming. Stella's going to be in kindergarten. Oh. Little Stella Bella going to real school. Oh my God. See, time just doesn't stop. Like I remember Cruise Man sitting on a tip bucket in the middle of Bubba's. Like, yeah, such a good picture. Shit tip. He would get into it. He would move and groove. He used to love to pick up the tip jar and like play it. Yeah. That was fun. Trying to be y'all. Oh, God, don't do that, Cruise Man. Don't do that. By the way, get on Adam to help Cruise Man edit these videos and get content released. His Cruise Man show? For Back to the Cruise show. Did you see at the new one? I don't think it's even uploaded yet. They edited it so good. And Tyler's in it. And they do a chocolate fondue challenge. And there's like 6 kids. And they're all in it. And they covered like wasabi walnuts. They covered... marshmallows, pretzels, random weird stuff. What else was there? Anyway, there was 6 different things. And they all get it, and then the wasabi walnut one comes up, and then they're all chewing it. They're like, oh, it's a chocolate-covered nut. And then they zoom in on Cruz, and Cruz is like, it's spicy! And he runs out the room. And then Adams goes through all of them, and he goes to Stella, and Stella's like, I need water! Get me water! God, it's a good one. They edited it really well. I wish all of them could get done like that, but, time is... Yeah, exactly. No, I'm a subscriber. I told Adam, I was like, man, from a subscriber's viewpoint, I need content. He would love it. Yeah, good. I'm glad. But there's another idea, too. Adam's listening. He said, let's roll. Oh, good. Let's roll. That's the most Adam thing ever. Let's roll. So Adam has had the idea once that I just let the kids come in here and just let them
talk.
Yeah, just give this to them.
That'd be fun.
Like they know I'll release it on my channel and everything. It'll just be the kids talking. Like let Cruiseman and Reed and all those kids just come in here, and like I wouldn't have anything to do with it. I would just like let them sit here and just talk.
You have got to do that.
Just let them do it. Just let them have a podcast.
That'd
just
be fun.
let them talk about whatever they want to, Fortnite or whatever it is that they're into now. Or,
that'd be great. Might be like a 10-minute episode, but that'd be good.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. And I mean, I edit it down and do all the work with it, but
they
that
would feel
would be
so
great.
official putting all this on and talking in front of it. They probably would be afraid to move.
Well, a lot of people do that, and that's why I usually like keep liquor, even though I don't drink. Just obviously not the kids, but people have. When they see get the headphones on and you hear like, okay, so, wow, this, even what you said earlier, like this feels like
Legit.
Yeah,
it is.
When you get in and you feel like this is legit, it's like, oh, so like this is not what I thought. This is more than just a conversation now. But once you get past all that, it's just a conversation. Once you get past all this, it's just talking.
Yeah, so, I think that'd be great though.
I think so too. Well, we're gonna line that up.
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts?
I don't.
Any final words?
No.
Know what's in your shit. Know what's in your products.
Know what's in your products.
You are what you eat.
You are what you put on your skin.
You are what you put on your skin and in your mouth.
Into your gut.
Into your gut.
Into your gut. That's the name of this episode.
Yeah, the into your gut talk.
Into your gut.
Yeah, that's actually good. I have the hardest time coming up with titles. The into your gut title is a good thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Well, YouTubers, hang tight for just a second. I'm going to do an intro and then give you some links to click on here at the end of this nonsense. So hang tight. And as for audio people, go to the YouTube channel, click subscribe on Kelsey Hudgens. Please do that. And what are your pages to follow?
I'm on Instagram for ash.beautycounter.
Mm-hmm.
I give all kinds of good information, and I have links in my bio to really great articles that people can read. Mm-hmm. If you're on Facebook, I have a VIP page called Wake Up with Beauty Counter.
Remember, right here.
That's it. That's it.
Wake Up with Beauty Counter.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, audio people, have a good day. Be a good person. In a world full of shitty people, don't be one of those people. Be a good person. There's too many shitty people out there. Don't be one. All right.
Happy 100.
Happy 100. Jesus Christ. Thank you.
Happy 100.
Happy 100. All right. Enjoy your day. Peace, bitches. All right, YouTubers, hang tight for just a second. I'm going to do an intro here for you. All right. Let's see here. Hey, guys. How you living? Are you doing well? Good. Glad to hear that. So in this episode, my very good friend, Ashleigh Justice, the prettiest girl in Surfside, stopped by to talk about all of the things that are going into products that are not really regulated too well, and all the things that you can do to change that, and all sorts of things. I don't want to spoil any of the episode. I want you guys to listen to it, so do that. Please just be mindful of all of the ingredients that are in products that you use, and you'll find out in a little bit why that's important. Please go to the Facebook page, MI Stuff Podcast on Instagram and Facebook, on Twitter at MI Stuff Podcast 1, the number 1. On Twitter, please follow and like all of those pages respectively. Please go to the YouTube page, Kelsey Hudgens, KELSEYHUDGINS on YouTube. Click subscribe. This is our 100th episode, and by the end of the day, I am hoping to have 100 subscribers on the YouTube page. So please, if you are watching now and you are not subscribed, please subscribe. If you see this and you have not subscribed, please fix that. Do all that. Stay up to date on all the things we got going on. Me and Patrick Hanna are going to be going over Harry Potter again on Sunday, and I'm assuming this. I'm signing you up, Patrick. Heads up, Sunday. We're going to be going into a deep dive into Harry Potter, the first book, The Philosopher's Stone, and we're going to be doing differences in the book and movie and all this nonsense. So there's that. Let's see here. Please go to Ashleigh's page on Facebook, Wake Up Beauty Counter.
Wake Up with Beauty Counter.
Hold on. One more time.
Wake Up with Beauty Counter.
Wake Up with Beauty Counter and Ash.Beauty
Counter on Instagram.
Yeah, Ash.Beauty Counter on Instagram. And yeah, do that. Like all those pages. Get aware of all these certain things that is going on in products that you are using every single day that you don't realize are bad for you. Just get all the information that you need from these places. And I think that might be it. Watch A Star Is Born. Find A Star Is Born. Watch that. Ashley watches the...
Go Patriots.
Yes, shit. How do we not even talk about that?
I don't know. It's okay.
Well. Oh, well, it is okay. But yeah, go Patriots. Patriots going to be... Tom Brady is about to have more rings than the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. I just don't see them losing this game. But who knows? Anyway, do that. Ashley's watching the Real Housewives of New Jersey and Beverly Hills. Did I remember that?
You sure did.
Look at me go. But yeah, watch A Star Is Born. Listen to those songs. It's awesome. And I really believe that you'll be a better person by hearing it and watching it. So do that. Anywho, I think that's all I got for you. So yes, please go to the Facebook page. Please go to the YouTube page. Please go to Instagram. Go to Twitter. Find MI Stuff. Do all of that. Kelsey Hudgens on YouTube. Subscribe. Facebook, Instagram at MI Stuff Podcast. And... that's it. That's all I got for you. All right. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, episode number 100 of MI Stuff Podcast featuring Ashleigh K. Justice. Yes. Enjoy, motherfuckers. All right, YouTubers, click the links at the bottom of the page. If you're watching live, they're not there right yet, but they will be soon. So click the links at the bottom of the page. Click subscribe. Share this page with your friends. Share them with your enemies. I don't care. I'm not prejudiced. I love you. I mean it. Peace, bitch.